Kevin, and here's a sobering statistic for the unofficial start of summer. As we gear up for picnics, barbecues, and our kids having more free time on their hands, Memorial Day actually kicks off what's known as the 100 deadliest days for teen drivers. Joining us in studio with some insight on what that is and how to keep your kids safe, we have Officer D.C. Williams with the Fort Tejon CHP office. Thank you so much for coming down. I like that you were able to make it down, and we'll tell you why that's funny coming up in a few minutes because we have an interviewee who's stuck. But this isn't a funny story. Tell us about the 100 deadliest days.
Well, yeah, it's not a funny story at all, but this is the time when summer vacations start and there's a lot of people that are out there traveling. This is the first holiday of that start as well too, so a lot of people are going to be enjoying that holiday with, unfortunately, drinking and driving, and not just alcohol but also includes drugs as well. So with all this going on and all the traffic and that's kind of that start.
Yeah, and our teen drivers, not that they're less capable, they're just less experienced on the roads. And with our phones now, when I was growing up driving, I had a pager. That's how old I am. It wasn't as distracting. Now it's really hard to put that phone down for those young drivers.
Yes, it is. It's very hard because they're texting. They've got the phone calls, and they think, and some people think that even though you've got your phone in your hand on speakerphone, that's not a violation, when in fact it is.
Yeah.
And you've got all the music, changing the channels, changing your stuff, that's all on your phone now, so it can be very, very distracting, and as you mentioned, unexperienced.
Yeah.
Driving too fast, making unsafe lane changes, and those are some very big factors for the cause of the collisions that they're involved in.
Yeah, and you have a box with us. It looks like you brought some goodies. What do you have?
Yes, basically what I have is these are fatal vision goggles, which simulate somebody who's under the influence of alcohol, and I've got two different levels here. One is like a 0.07 to 0.10.
Okay, when most people think they're okay and they're not?
Exactly, and so it simulates that, so that way when we go to high schools we can show the kids, hey, this is what's going on. A lot of people think that they're okay to drive, and so we run them through a couple different things to show them that that divided attention isn't what they think it is. Yeah,
and DC, I wanted to show these graphics because these are startling as well. You sent us some numbers, and we have a full screen here that shows from last year there were 891 DUI arrests and 15 fatal crashes. Now, that's down last year, but we also know it was still kind of a weird post-COVID world.
Correct.
I would hope that in these days of rideshare and so many safe ways to get home that these numbers would be going down, but have you really seen that yet?
We'll find out this holiday weekend, but we are hoping that those numbers do go down, because for the Highway Patrol, safety is one of our major concerns, and this, seeing those numbers the way that they are, it's very shocking and sad, and hopefully we can get those numbers to go down.
Exactly. And one last note for parents. I had a friend who, my kids are very young. She has a teenager, and I said, how do you talk to them about drunk driving? And she goes, I want them to know they can always call me. You will not be in trouble if you've had too much to drink at a party and you want to get home. Like, she will always show up no matter what. I thought that was very good advice. Is there any other advice you can offer to parents and teens?
No, just what you said. You stressed that, hey, if you need a ride, call me.
Yeah.
Because that's what I've done with my kids. Hey, if you're out at a party and things are going on and you feel like you've had a little bit too much, or you think you're okay, stop, make that phone call and give me a call, come pick you up. Your mom will pick you up. You've got several of the sisters that drive that can come get you. So that's the main thing. And at times, stay where you're at.
Yes.
You know, spend the night there, sleep it off, get up in the morning and then leave, so that way you're safe, because a DUI arrest or a DUI crash is avoidable if you just take a moment to stay where you're at, use the ride share, or definitely designate a sober driver that will stay sober.
Exactly, and I'll always be that sober driver for you kids. Mom's gonna be mad that you're underage drinking, but we'd be more mad if you got hurt or someone else was hurt. DC, thank you so much. We appreciate your insight.